All right, let's start. Let's just start swinging our arms, getting nice and warmed up here. Thanks for sticking with us through the technical difficulties. When I went to play the music, it started asking me to sign in, and then it said I wasn't authorized to play songs. And when I said it could delete the songs, it just deleted half the songs off the playlist. So maybe I don't know what's going on. I apologize. But we're just trying to get the blood moving, get things warmed up. Nope. So feel free to chime in if you guys have anything you want to talk about. But we will not be having music with today's workout. All right. Twisting your core just a little bit, nice and gentle here. We're just getting that blood pumping so we can get things moving. And we're going to start stretching. Now let's shake that out. And I like to, as far as you can, try to bend over, get your chest down to your knees, and let's stretch that lower back, reaching for those toes. Make sure you're exhaling all that air out of your lungs. Nice big breaths. Breathe in all the way. Filling those lungs up completely. All right. Then coming up nice and easy. I know it's easy for me to get lightheaded when I come up there, so I like to come up nice and easy. All right, let's take our right arm, bring it across the front. Get a good stretch here on our shoulder. Make sure you're trying to apply a little pressure if you can, if that's appropriate for you. Leaning into that. And just, listening to your body. This is all about listening to your body. And I felt like as soon as I had my spinal cord injury, my body all of a sudden spoke a completely different language. But it would still scream at me, and it just took me a while to start figuring out what those signals meant. And so a lot of times I'll stretch something. When we stretch the lower back, I can't feel that. So I have to go by feeling what I think I feel, Like I have to judge how my body's reacting, how hard it is for me to pull against my legs, and then I can judge how tight my back is. Let's shake that out, switch to the other arm. But it's just, for me, I've had to relearn how to understand my body, and it's a work in progress. As I'm stretching, slowly applying more pressure, I kind of wiggle my arm around a little bit, feel where it's tight, where do I want to stretch it, and then slowly apply that pressure. Try to get a good 15, 20-second hold. All right, and stretch that out. If you can, I got to kind of walk my wrist around my head to get my arm above my head. And then let's stretch there. All right. I lift weights. Lost my balance there. I lift weights Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And man, I'm a little tight from my weights yesterday. All right, now switch arms. Getting those shoulders nice and loose. Hold that just a little while longer. All right, shaking that out. Okay, twisting to the right, like you're backing the car up, looking over your right shoulder. Just a nice, gentle stretch here. Holding that for a few more seconds. And then we're twisting back to the left. All right. And I like to, I use my legs in my chair to help me kind of twist to the left here, but it's still a very gentle stretch. All right, coming back to the middle. All right, reaching down to the right, stretching down to the right. And when I'm doing this, I like to kind of rub the left side here that I'm stretching. I like to feel the muscles because, like I said, I can't feel, I just sitting here, I can't tell what's going on. So I like to run my hand over it, see where I'm tight. I can kind of rub a muscle if it's tight, help it loosen up, kind of monitor what's going on. That's why when we're doing this, I'm always doing this, and that's me trying to see what's going on. Where am I tight? What's working for me? What's holding me back? And then when we go to sit up, I can help palpate the muscle, and that'll help me activate it, even if it's a muscle I don't normally have access to. All right, and let's come up to the middle and reach down to the left. All right. Make sure everything you do is safe. It is possible to fall out of your wheelchair. I don't know if all of you have done it. I've surely done it. But, and especially if I'm wearing like shorts that are slick, like my butt just moves around so much more. There's shorts that like have had to go in the do not wear pile because they're just move too easy. But if you got something that's too sticky, then it's like transfers are impossible. It's always finding that like perfect ground in the middle. Okay, let's shake that out. And let's get to punching nice and easy here. Working those arms back and forth. Let's get that blood pumping. Nice pace that you can sustain. And I like to look at the little screen here. I have it so I can see everybody, but looking at my little square, I like to try to punch myself in the face every time. Be purposeful with your movements. Not that I'm taking aggression out on myself, but just that I want my movements to be purposeful. I want it to be something that's rhythmic and regular, and then I can pick up the pace or lower the pace. I don't want to just be kind of flailing here. I want this to be purposeful. But now that you got that down, let's pick that pace up. Wherever you're at, see if you can go faster. And if just maintaining that pace is good for you, that's fine. But we're trying to push it here. Keep it going. And break. Shake that out. We'll take a little 1 minute break here. Right about 32 minutes and 20 seconds, we'll get back rolling. So get a drink of water if you need that. The main reason I wanted to stop here is that my blood pressure shot up and I'm getting goosebumps. So I want to, there it is, my catheter bag. My line was kinked like it usually is in here, but I'm all straight now. All right, shaking that out, catching your breath, getting ready for another bout. All right, got just under 30 seconds to go. Make sure you're in a good, safe position. Sometimes I slide around and I need to recenter, get my booty where it's supposed to go. All right. Okay, but as you're ready, you still got a few seconds, but let's get punching. And everybody should be back rolling now. All right, let's work that core. We're going to work the chest down to our thighs, and then we're popping back up. So for me, it's kind of about controlling it on the way down and then exploding up. If you need to use your arms to push up, that's great. You know, whatever you can do to make this challenging and work for you. Up here at the top end, you know, we're coming down, relaxing, hopefully getting your chest close to your thighs. But then when you come up, you know, drop your shoulders, set your chin, squeeze your shoulder blades together. You know, go through all these postural things that help you, you know, sit better in your chair throughout the day. As you're getting used to this movement here, now let's add a reach down to the toes at the beginning and then reach up to the sky at the finish. All right, we're going to do this for 20 seconds. Whatever pace is challenging for you. All right, back into some punching. Trying to keep that body moving. All right, reaching down to the right and then putting it up on the shelf. So picking it off the ground just with the right hand. This, I have pretty serious deficits here with my triceps. Getting my hand above head is really hard for me, so I'm going slower here. This is more of a focus workout. If this is something that you can really work for reps, then you do that. You know, this is a good opportunity to throw some weight in that hand, but make this appropriate for you, and only you know what is appropriate for you. And switch to the left. Down, throwing it up. Keep that going, challenging yourself at the pace that's appropriate for you. All right. Actually, let's take a break here. I want you to safely as you can, we're going to do some weight shifts. So we're going to start with leaning to the left, but as best you can, or however you like to. You know, this is how I do my weight shift. I lean to the left to offload my right butt cheek, and that's what we're going to do here. Once we get right below the 30-minute mark, and then once we get below the 15-minute mark, I want to make sure we're doing pressure shifts in here so we don't go too long on those tailbones. All right. Now let's come up to the middle, then work down to the right. All right. And pressure shifts however you do it. You know, if you're strong enough to just lift up, knock that out. A combination of things, whatever you do to offload. All right. Coming up to the middle. And then let's back to some punching. And focus, trying to, you know, I tend to flail a little bit until I find my rhythm and then get better with my accuracy. And I want you guys focusing on that for yourselves. All right, let's shake that out. Let's go ahead and get a minute break here. Get yourself some water, get repositioned, whatever you need to do. I could use a drink of water. All right, you got about 20 seconds to go. Make sure you're finishing your breakup, getting yourself in a good position. Make sure you're in a safe position. You know, I probably should be wearing my seatbelt, but I don't like how it puts pressure on my suprapubic catheter. So I opt not to wear it a lot of times, but just making sure that you're being safe. All right. We're going to start with single arm raises. So again, I use my screen to try to keep my arm perfectly centered, my hand perfectly centered as it comes up and down. You know, I have a tendency for it to drift off to the side, but we're just going to do single arm raises with that elbow straight, paying attention to your posture, tucking your chin, holding your shoulder blades together. Just really being really good at nitpicking yourself on your posture. Really finishing that top end here. That's where it gets hard. That's where it's easy to get lazy. For me, anyway. All right, let's switch to the right arm. Keeping that going, trying to keep that elbow straight, really keeping your back as straight as you can, maintaining your posture. All right, shaking that out. Now let's work that core. I'm going to lean back just a hair here. All right, let's get your back off of your wheelchair back, and let's work that core in 4 directions. So, trying to just support yourself in space, moving in 4 directions. Ooh, and I'm fighting a lot of spasticity when I do this, trying to get my body warmed up. Let's keep that going. You guys all excited for it's the debut of the WNBA tonight. I've been watching Caitlin Clark's preseason games, but her first regular season game is tonight. They got 4 WNBA games tonight. All right, and switch directions. Whichever direction you've been working that in a circle, let's switch directions. But yeah, actually, moving to Louisville made me a women's basketball fan. Watching the Lady Cards was the first time I really paid attention to women's basketball, and I really fell in love with the game. And then watching Caitlin Clark go through Iowa, that was so fun the last couple of years. And so yeah, we bought the WNBA season pass. We're gonna be watching games. All right, let's go back to some punches. I get so fed up with my guy friends that try to not give Caitlin her credit. It's like, yeah, you know, she's pretty good or whatever. It's like, no, this is we are watching Michael Jordan in his rookie season right now. This is such an amazing thing we get to watch. It is so cool. It's so fun to, you know, you get to watch history happen, and she is just, oh, she just pulls up from so deep. I just huge basketball fan, and I love the way she plays it.
It's just the beginning of an era, that's for sure.
That's right. And yeah, not just Caitlin. There's like, I mean, there was probably what 5 to 7 girls that I really enjoyed watching this year. That you know, there's a lot of girls coming up in the sport that it's fun to watch, and it probably always has been, but it's got me watching now.
Yeah, hockey has a female league as well now. So female sports are here to stay for sure.
For sure. All right, let's go back to working that core. Let's get that chest down and then back up and press. So reaching down, back up to press. It's cool. The Racing Louisville is the local women's professional soccer league, and they have one of their athletes. She's been in the news, but she has a limb difference, and she's one of the few professional athletes that's dealing with something like that. And she's made quite a bit of news and stuff like that. But we had a party at the women's soccer game for the disabled community in Louisville, and she came and met all of us and was just super sweet. It was really cool. And I am drawing a blank on her name right now. Go figure. All right, let's go back into some side bends, but left to right. Keep it going. Man, I am struggling getting right to left here. My back keeps locking up on me. That's good. I need to do more of this. All right, back to some raises. Straight arm raises with the left, trying to keep it centered in your screen. Super excited for the Olympics. I love watching the Olympics. And the Paralympics that are directly afterwards, of course. It's gonna be cool, as the years go on. Like I'm gonna know some people out there on the Olympic rugby teams and stuff like that, and that's just that'll be cool to watch. Switch arms. One of the rugby tournaments came through Louisville, and I went and met a bunch of the guys, and so that'll be cool. Hopefully, seeing some of them on the national team, and one of the guys is going to be on the Canadian national team. Met another. There was a female quad rugby player there that's just a beast. She's going to be on the team, I'm pretty sure. All right, back to some punches. All right, whatever pace you're going now, try to go double time for 10 seconds. Twisting that core, getting everything engaged. And break. Shake that out. Get yourself a drink. Get yourself repositioned. I'm just wondering, because my Apple Music really did just kind of crap its pants here, and I got another class this evening. I'm wondering, might be doing everything just with the soothing sounds of my voice today.
Where is your other class?
It's with the University of Utah, and the one that they do, you have to be in Utah or Idaho with their program right now. They're trying to figure it out, but it's a hand cycling class. So everybody has a cycle, yeah, and we all get on, and yeah, I do that 3 times a week. So
Wow.
it
I don't.
holds me accountable. Yeah, I deal with that too. Yeah, I got a nagging shoulder here because I was riding every day, but then when I started, let's get back to some punching. But I will tell you guys, if you've ever taught a class or you get the opportunity to, It's harder than doing the workout. I really enjoy, sometimes I let one of the other people in the class, they take over the cycling and I get to just cycle. And that's a different kind of workout. You get to focus on your workout, but it's hard to lead these classes, you know. It's a different workout, I will say. But I had to drop some of my workouts because it does take so much leading the classes.
Right.
All right, let's shake that out, reaching down and throwing it up again. And switch to the left. All right, back to some arm raises. Keeping it going. You guys are doing great. And switching. But yeah, I think the WNBA games, I think the first game is at 7, and I think Caitlin Clark plays at 7:30, and then I think there's 2 more games that start at 10.
Mm.
But yeah, I get to keep watching basketball. You know, we watch the Royals and the Dodgers for baseball. We've been watching the Nuggets and the Timberwolves for NBA. So I'm excited that the Fever, you know, they're in Indiana. Let's go back to some punches. But I'm excited that they're playing at 7:30 because most of these games are on West Coast TV markets, and games that are starting at like 9:30 and 10 o'clock at night are killing me. I mean, I'm not making it to the end, but it's making me stay up too late. All right, let's shake that out and let's stretch to the right. Get that left side offloaded. Driving that weight down on the right side and up on the left. Bell. I apologize if you guys can hear her just tearing after her bone. All right, coming up to the middle, then reaching down to the left. Trying as best you can to offload that right side, or doing your offloading however it is you do it. Just making sure we're getting some pressure relief in. Being kind to our booties. After my epidural stimulator surgery coming up right, I had bed rest for, I think it was 2 weeks. And that, I can't imagine if I got a pressure sore and I had to be on bed rest for an extended period of time. So I want to try to avoid that. And I know you guys do too. Okay. Stretching out in front of us, I call this like putting the pizza in the oven and taking it out. But just right in front, back upright. And when you come back, pull those arms back, retract those shoulder blades, get those elbows back. All right, before we take our break, let's get it rolling here. We're going to roll this out. I'm going to burn it out before we take a break. All right, once you get your balance figured out and everything, pick that intensity up. All right, we're going to go for 30 seconds.
Keep it going, and then we're going to take a 1-minute break. So give it all you got. 20 seconds to go. Keep it going. Reverse your direction. Keep spinning. 10 seconds to go. 5 seconds. And break. All right, good job. Catch your breath, get some water. Make sure your tuchus is in a good position, and we're ready to go for the last, a little over 10 minutes here. All right. Shaking it out. Getting that water. Making sure you're in a good position. All right, 15 seconds to go. All right. Twisting that core, punching nice and easy. Make sure you're trying to get those shoulders engaged. Getting your chest twisting, your core twisting. I skipped lunch today, and all I'm thinking about is what I'm going to go grab for dinner real quick before I have to teach another class. And I feel like Chipotle is winning. All right, let's go to punching up. Left, right, punching up. Keeping it going. Only you know how hard you're pushing yourself. You know, it's only Tuesday. I know we all got a bunch of stuff we got to do the rest of the week. But also, you're not going to get stronger if you don't push yourself. And punching in front. All right. Getting that left arm down to the right in front of you, and then back up to the left. Twisting that core and following it with your eyes. Trying to twist that core as much as your body allows you. And let's switch. Ooh, it's hard for me to get that right arm up. Keep it rolling. All right, back to some regular punches. So I got my playlist that I was planning on playing. You know, I have it on the computer here, and then I also have my phone on my lap where I have a copy of the playlist, and then over here on my iPad, I also have a copy. And for both the classes, I used the same 60 Seconds of Silence song, and that apparently is one of the songs that Apple is removing from everything. And so literally every playlist that I have is now needs work. So That's super exciting. I'm really, really looking forward to that. All right, shake that out. Let's work that core in 4 directions. The good news is Lacey just sent me a bunch of new approved songs, so I have plenty of new material to get to work on a new playlist. Trying to control that circle, not falling too much in any direction. Just control it in that range where you can, and then switch directions. I'm pretty excited. Hannah got free tickets. The PGA Championship is in Louisville right now, and they're here practicing, but then like the official tournament is Thursday through Sunday, and like Thursday's the cheapest day, and then Sunday's the final tournament day that's most exciting. And one of Hannah's bosses, gave us the Thursday tickets. He didn't want to go to the Thursday, so I'm really excited to go check that out. And I think in a perfect world, all right, stop. And let's reach down to the toes, coming back up. I was going to say, I think in a perfect world, I would want to go Saturday and then watch Sunday on TV, because the more I go to these events, and I've been lucky enough to go to a lot of really cool events, if you want to see the race, if you want to see the game, if you want to see whatever's going on, like you're so much better off at home on your couch. Like it's just, and I've had like really been lucky to have some really good tickets to some things and stuff like that. And it is, I love being there, but it's, I don't, maybe I'm just becoming an old man. But let's shake that out and take a break. But I like, I like being able to adjust the thermostat, and I like being able to go to the bathroom, and I like the snacks that I bought at Costco, not at the concession stand that are $1 million. So, what's up, Sam? See ya.
Can I ask just a quick question?
Yeah.
What is 60 Seconds of Silence? Is it a song?
Yeah. It's a song that I found that was just, that's how I insert the breaks.
Is
was a
it
song-
silence or is it like Simon Garfunkel?
It's silence. Sorry.
I don't get it. And the other thing I want to tell you is if my mother knew you had free PGA tickets, she'd catch a flight and she would come and camp out at your house and beg to go with you.
Big golf fan, is she? That's awesome. All right, we got just over 3 minutes to go. All right. Okay, catching my breath here. Let's go ahead and let's get punching. Yeah, I'm excited. I told Hannah a while ago that I was interested in going because the PGA has split down the middle. Now there's like LIV and PGA, and so but this is one of 4 events every year where all the golfers come together and play. So should be cool to check out and realize that I would rather watch it on TV. All right, shaking that out, reaching down to the right, throwing it up, reaching down to the left, throwing it up. Man, I am tight in this plane. My body got loosened up and was moving good in all the other planes. With this one, I'm sucking. All right. Keeping it up. We're down to 2 minutes. Back to some punches. Under 2 minutes to go. So whatever you got in the tank, let's try to burn it out here. Pick up that pace. Make sure you're twisting side to side. And sometimes I can pick up the pace of my twist and try to switch directions more rapidly. All right, back to punching up. Switching sides, picking up, and punching it up. Leaning, top shelf. Leaning down, top shelf. One minute to go. All right, let's start rolling it. Nice and easy. Ooh, I'm getting a lot of spasticity here. Sometimes it's helpful though, it just straightens me up. I get, back spasms that just really activate my extensors. Sometimes the posture feels pretty good, to be honest. All right, switch directions. We got 30 seconds to go. All right, back to some punches. Really twisting that core, keeping things moving. 10 seconds to go. Almost there. And 2, 1, and we did it. All right, shake that out. Take some nice deep breaths. Catch your breath. All right. And as you see here, recovering a little bit, shaking that out. Let's get that right arm across the front. Stretch that out. All right. I always like taking inventory of how I feel afterwards, and I usually feel a little looser at the end than I did at the beginning. And switch. All right, stretching that out. Let's lean forward, stretch that lower back. And again, I apologize for the technical difficulties, guys. I like having the music. I'm sure you do too. Less me, more music. I'll get that figured out for next week.
Maybe you can sing for us next week if it doesn't work.
You will regret saying that. You. Yeah, I don't know what the equivalent of a face for radio is, but I have that for singing. Like my voice, stretch those wrists. I like stretching my wrists in, but yeah. I remember some of my buddies were like kind of amazed at how awful I was at singing. And then they got me and my sister together and they were like, you both can't sing? Like how? Thank you everybody for joining and sticking with us through all the ups and downs over the years. We'll get it figured out, and I apologize about the playlist, but we will see you next Tuesday.